Good morning, children. Welcome to English Literature class. Today, we are going to continue the reading of The Merchant of Venice of Act 1, Scene 1. Children, by the end of this video, you will be able to learn the explanation of the lines 111 till 156 and learn the meanings and literary devices used in lines 111 till 156. Children, till now we have read that when Antonio tells Graciano that he considers this world only as a stage on which every man has to play a part and his is a sad one, at that time Graciano tells that he would like to play the role of a clown. Then Graciano advises Antonio not to use his sadness as a bait to win reputation of being wise. He tells that there are some people who deliberately try to look serious in order to pose to the world that they are the wisest ones. But the fact is that when such persons speak, they make a fool of themselves because they cannot speak anything but nonsense. Here, Graciano advises Antonio not to fall a prey to the disease of sadness because sadness gradually consumes a man. Children, I hope all of you have understood this. Now, children, open your books at page number 8. Graciano, well, keep me company, but 2 years more. Thou shalt not know the sound of thine own tongue. Children, but means only, more means more, though means you, shalt means shall, thine means yours. Children, as we know that when Graciano starts speaking, he never lets anyone else speak. So when Lorenzo tells, he must be one of those silent wise men because he never lets him get a word. At that time, Graciano tells Lorenzo that if he will be with him for 2 more years, he will forget the sound of his own voice. Antonio, fare you well, I will grow a talker for this gear. Children, underline the words for this gear and write down the meaning because of this advice. Children, here Antonio bids goodbye to Graciano and tells him that he will definitely follow his advice and start talking a lot. Okay, children, let's read the gist of the lines. Graciano tells Lorenzo if he only remains in his company for 2 more years, he will have forgotten the sound of his own voice. In reply to this, Antonio tells him that he will become a talker after this advice. Okay, children, let's continue the reading of the next lines. Graciano thanks Ifate for silence is only commendable in a neat strung dried and a mate not vendible. Children, underline the words and write down their meaning side by side in your books. Ifate means indeed, or we can say that really. Commendable means to be praised. A neat strung dried means a dried ox trunk. Vendible means saleable. Children, a neat strung dried, this reference has been given in your book at page number 182. In a neat strung dried and a made not vendible means in a dried ox trunk ready for the table, or a woman who has missed the chance of making a marriage. Children, here Graciano says that the only tongue which should not be heard to speak is a dried ox trunk which is cooked for meal, or that of a girl who has no chance in the marriage market as she is not attractive. Children, exeunt Graciano and Lorenzo. Antonio, is that anything now? Here Antonio asks Graciano if there is anything of concern now. Okay, children, let's read the gist of the lines. Graciano tells that silence is only to be praised in a dried ox trunk or a girl who has no chance in the marriage market. After this, Graciano and Lorenzo depart from there. Antonio asks Graciano if there is anything of concern now. Okay, children, let's continue the reading of the next lines. Bassanio, Graciano speaks an infinite deal of nothing, more than any man in all Venice. His reasons are as 2 grains of wheat hidden 2 bushels of chaff. You shall seek all day ere you find, and when you have them, they are not worth the search. Children, underline the words an infinite deal of nothing and write down the meaning useless talks. Add means before. His reasons are as 2 grains of wheat hidden 2 bushels of chaff. Children, in observing the manner in which Shakespeare delineates any character, it is important to note what other people in the play say concerning the character in question. So Bassanio dismisses Graciano with the criticism that his reasons are difficult to discover and are not of much value when one has discovered them. Children, here Bassanio tells Antonio that Graciano talks more nonsense than any other man in Venice. His speech is like 2 grains of wheat hidden in 2 bushels of worthless chaff. He further says that if a person spends a whole day to find them, and whenever he finds them, he observes that it is not worth the search. Okay, children, let's read the gist of the lines. Bassanio tells Antonio that Graciano indulges in such idle talk much more than any other man in all Venice. His speech consists of about 2 grains of good sense hidden in 2 bushels of nonsense. He tells that a man may search all day till he finds them, and when he finds them, he will discover that they were not worth the search. Okay, children, let's continue the reading of the next lines. Antonio, well, tell me now, what lady is the same to whom you swore a secret pilgrimage that you today promised to tell me of? Tell me now what lady is the same means. Who is that lady to whom you swore a secret pilgrimage means promised to visit secretly to Belmont? Children, here Antonio asks Bassanio to tell him about the lady to whom he has decided to pay a visit secretly. He further says that he promised him to tell him about her today. Antonio asks Bassanio to tell him about the lady to whom he has vowed he will go on a secret pilgrimage. He tells him that he had promised to tell him about her that day. Okay, children, let's continue the reading of the next lines. Bassanio, 'tis not unknown to you, Antonio, how much I have disabled mine estate by something showing a more swelling port than my faint means would grant continuance. Children, 'tis means it is. Disabled, squandered. Estate, fortune. Swelling pot means fashionable style. My faint means limited means. Continuance means allow me to continue. Children, here Bassanio tells Antonio that it is not unknown to him that he has spent his fortune by having a more lordly way of living than his moderate income would allow him. Nor do I now make mourn to be abridged from such a noble rate. Children, underline the word abridged and write down curtailed or stopped. Noble rate means lordly way of living. Children, here Bassanio further says that he doesn't complain that he can no longer live in such a style as the nobles. But my chief care is to come fairly off from the great debts wherein my time, something too prodigal, hath left me gazed. Children, time means manner of living. Prodigal means extravagant. Gazed means involved. Children, Here Bassanio further adds that his main worry now is to come honorably out of his heavy debts he has incurred due to his extravagance. Okay, children, let's continue the reading of the next lines. To you, Antonio, I owe the most in money and in love. Bassanio tells Antonio that he owes him the most in money and love. And from your love, I have a warranty to unburden all my plots and purposes, how to get clear of all the debts I owe. Children, here Bassanio tells Antonio it is his love that gives him enough strength to disclose to him his plans to pay off his all debts. Okay, children, let's read the gist of the lines. Bassanio confesses to Antonio that he has spent his wealth by having a more lordly way of living than his moderate income allowed him. He says that he does not complain at having to drop this lordly style of living, but his main desire is to come honorably out of the great debts in which his extravagant expenditure has landed him. He tells him he owes most to Antonio both in money and in love. He tells him that his friendship gives him sufficient confidence to reveal all his plans and intentions to him, with which he hopes to clear off all his debts. Okay, children, let's continue the reading of the next lines. Antonio, I pray you, good Bassanio, let me know it, and if it stand, as you yourself still do, within the eye of honor be assured, my purse, my person, my extremest means lie all unlocked to your occasions. Children, underline the words and write down their meaning side by side. My purse means my money. My person means my body. My extremist means utmost resources. And occasions means needs. Children, here Antonio asks Bassanio to tell him everything. He further tells him that if his plan is perfectly honorable as he is, then he may rest assured that Antonio's money, his body, and all his resources will be available for his use. Okay, children, let's read the gist of the lines. Antonio asks Bassanio to tell him about his plans. He adds that if Bassanio's plan is as honorable as he is, he may rest assured that Antonio's money, his body, his utmost resources will be available for his use. Okay, children, let's continue the reading of the next lines. Bassanio, in my school days, when I had lost one shaft, I shot his fellow of the self-same flight, the self-same way with more advised watch, to find the other fourth, and by adventuring both, I oft found both. Children, shaft means arrow, fellow means a similar arrow, flight means direction, more advised watch, careful watch, adventuring, risking. Children, here Bassanio then shares his childhood experience with Antonio, saying that when he was a schoolboy, if he lost an arrow while shooting, he would try to find it by shooting another arrow in the same direction, watching the second arrow more carefully than he had the first one. He further says that by risking the second arrow, he often got both. Okay, children, let's continue the reading of the next lines. I urge this childhood proof because what follows is pure innocence. Children, here Bassanio further tells Antonio that he is telling him this story for a reason, because what he proposes now is harmless. I owe you much, and like a willful youth, that which I owe is lost. Children, underline the word willful youth and write down self-willed young man. Children, here Bassanio tells Antonio that he owes him a lot, and like a spoiled child, he has lost whatever he got from him. But if you please to shoot another arrow that self way which you did shoot the first, I do not doubt, as I will watch the aim, or to find both, or bring your letter hazard back again, and thankfully rest debtor for the first. Children, underline the words letter hazard and write down second loan. Children, here Bassanio tells Antonio if he gives him another loan like the first one, he does not have any doubt he will watch the aim so carefully that he will recover both the loans like his arrows. Here Bassanio tells Antonio that if he will not be able to pay both the loans, then at any cost he can pay back at least his second loan and remain his grateful debtor for the first. Okay children, let's read the gist of the lines. Bassanio says that when he was a boy at school and he lost one of his arrows while shooting, he used to shoot another arrow in the same direction. Thus, by risking the second, he often regained both the arrows. He then says that he is mentioning this childhood illustration because what he has to propose now is quite innocent. Bassanio tells Antonio that he owes much to him, and like a self-willed young man, he has lost whatever he got from him. Bassanio tells Antonio that if he cares to send another loan in the same direction to search for his first loan, then there is no doubt that he will watch so carefully that he will recover both for him. He tells him that in case he is not able to pay off the first debt, then he will surely be able to bring back his second loan and remain his grateful debtor for the original one. Okay children, I hope all of you have understood the explanation of these lines. Now do the homework given in Snap Homework. Thank you.